Hello everyone. Yeah, this is Abhishek KV. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you are all doing good. Yes, last class we completed the derivative of logarithmic and exponential function, and today I am going to give a lecturing about the topic derivative of parametric equation and later on the second order differentiability. So let us start this session with the subtopic derivative of parametric function. Before going to solve the problems on the derivative of parametric function, first we should know what is this parametric equation. Okay, see the definition says if x and y are expressed in terms of third variable, the variable is called the parameter, and the equation containing the parameter is called the parametric equation. Until now we have been differentiating the relation between x and y, that is for only two variables. But here, if x and y are expressed in terms of third variable, for example, if x is equal to and y is equal to, what they given? X and y are expressed in terms of third variable. See, if x is equal to a cos theta, y is equal to a sin theta. Here a is constant. See, this is the third variable, theta. X, y expressed in terms of third variable, and that variable, it may be theta or it may be t. Throughout your parametric equation, it may be theta or it may be t. What is this? It is the third variable, and this variable, third variable is called parameter, and the equation containing this parameter is nothing but the parametric equation. Here they given the two equations x and y in terms of the third variable, that is theta. The equation containing that parameter is nothing but the parametric equation. That's all. See, here we need to find then find dy by dx. Then find dy by dx. See, what is the solution for this answer? Given that x is equal to a cos theta, y is equal to a sin theta. X is equal to a cos theta, y is equal to a sin theta. Now, what is the next step? Differentiate both x and y with respect to the third variable. See, what is this equation containing? The equation in terms of theta. This equation is also in terms of theta. That's why we need to differentiate both x and y in with respect to what? With respect to theta. What we get in? See, dx by d theta, derivative of x with respect to theta. Because we took differentiate both x and y with respect to theta. This is equal to, since a is constant, d by d theta of cos theta. Then see, a into what is d by d theta of cos theta? Derivative of cos theta with respect to theta. We know derivative of cos x with respect to x is minus sin x. Instead of x, what we have? The third variable. What is the third variable? It is nothing but theta. So that's why we took differentiate x and y with respect to theta. That's why we applied derivative on both sides. Then A is constant. Derivative of cos theta with respect to sin theta is, with respect to theta is minus sin theta. Minus sin theta. A into minus sin theta. Plus into minus minus. Therefore minus A into sin theta. This is what dx by d theta. Dx by d theta. From this you will getting 1 mark. From this you will getting 1 mark. Then we need to differentiate this equation y also with respect to theta. Then we getting what? dy by d theta is equal to d by d theta. See here also A is constant, take outside. D by d theta of sin theta. This is equal to A into. What is derivative of sin theta with respect to theta? Derivative of sin x with respect to x is cos x. Derivative of sin theta with respect to theta is cos theta. Therefore, dy by d theta is equal to A into cos theta. From this you will getting another 1 mark. From this totally you get 2 marks. But what we need to find? We need to find dy by dx. What is the formula? See, therefore dy by dx is given by, see what we found here, dy by d theta. So dy by d theta for x, dx by d theta. That is, divide both numerator and denominator with d theta. Then we getting dy by d theta divided by dx by d theta. We are already getting what is dy by d theta. It is here. Call this equation as 1 and call this equation as 2. From 2 we have dy by d theta as A into cos theta. From 1 we have dx by d theta is minus A into sin theta. A will cancel. Minus plus by minus minus. Cos theta by sin theta is what? Cot theta. From this, therefore dy by dx is equal to minus cot theta. We are getting this by substitute dy by d theta whole thing divided by dx by d theta. We already found dy by d theta in equation 2, dx by d theta in equation 1. Substitute that, and cos theta by sin theta is cot theta. We are getting dy by dx. They also asked to find dy by dx is minus cos theta. From this we are getting another 1 mark. So examiner likes to ask this type of question for 3 marks for your annual examination in part C. See what is parametric equation? Given any two equations, say x and y, in terms of the third variable, and that third variable is called parameter, and the equation containing that parameter is nothing but the parametric equation. See here they given x and y, and what we need to do? We need to apply the derivative for x and y with respect to the given parameter. Here the parameter, third parameter is theta. So we need to differentiate this with respect to theta. Then we need to differentiate this with respect to theta. We are getting dx by d theta, dy by d theta. And finally we need to apply the formula. What is that formula for dy by dx in parametric equation? dy by d theta, dx by d theta. dy by d theta, dx by d theta. We are already getting this a into cos theta. dx by d theta is minus a into sin theta. A will cancel. Plus by minus minus cos theta by sin theta minus cot theta. So this is the answer. So this is for 3 marks. Please note down. Yes, let us move on to the next type of problem in the derivative of parametric equation. Again, they given the two equations as x and y. X as a cos cube theta and y as a sin cube theta. We need to prove dy by dx is equal to minus cube root of y by x. And one thing you should know, the examiner never asks, see this is the parametric equation, apply that. This is the composite equation using chain rule, and this is the investigation. They won't mention. You only come to know by, see, if they given x and y, see these x and y expressed in terms of third variable theta, then there are no x and y are expressed in terms of theta, then it is parametric equation. We need to find dy by dx by putting the formula dy by d theta divided by dx by d theta if theta is the third parameter. we need to find dy by dx. For this we need to go through the derivative of inverse trigonometric function. If the equation is y is equal to x plus sin xy plus 5. See, this is the relation between x and y. Here we need to use the derivative of implicit function using chain rule. See, sin xy, sin is the one function, x is another function, y is another function. Here we have three functions and it is a relation between x and y. Therefore, it belongs to implicit function and also the derivative of chain rule. Okay? Then last class we did y is equal to square root of x minus 3 x square plus 4 divided by 3x square plus 4x plus 5. Here we need to convert this. See, we can write x minus 3 x square plus 4 divided by 3x square plus 4x plus 5 whole to the power of 1. This can be simplified by taking log on both sides. Then log y is equal to log of this whole to the power of 1 by 2. Log something to the power of 1 by 2 can be written as 1 by 2 by using the property log x to the power of 1 like this. You only come to know which form they given and which format we need to derive. In which format we need to derive the given equation. I hope you are all getting this. Here they given the two equations x and y. Both are expressed in the third variable. That variable is theta. That is called parameter. The equation containing that parameter is nothing but the parametric equation. So we need to find what? We need to prove. Here they weren't given to find. They are only given to prove dy by dx is equal to minus cube root of y by x. Negative of the cube root of y by x. Answer. See, this is for 3 marks. Very important. This question has been 2014 March. 2014 March for 3 marks. See, the derivative of parametric equation in this subtopic you will definitely getting any one problem for 3 marks. Please follow. Okay, see answer for this. Given x is equal to a cos cube theta and y is equal to a sin cube theta. Again x and y are expressed in the third variable, that is theta. So we need to differentiate both x and y with respect to theta only. With respect to theta, then see dx by d theta. For this dx by d theta is equal to a into d by d theta of cos cube theta. This implies dx by d theta is equal to a into, see, it is not only containing the cos theta, it has the power 3. So it is of the form x to the power of n. X is the trigonometric function, n is 3. Derivative of x to the power of n is with respect to x, n into x to the power of n minus 1. Derivative of cos, instead of x what we have, cos theta whole to the power of 3. So 3 into, what is x? Instead of x what we have, cos theta whole to the power of n minus 1. That is 3 minus 1 is 2. See, cos cube theta can be written as cos theta whole cube, or this can be written as cos cube theta. Cos theta also can be written as cos phi theta. Is it clear? Then 3 cos theta whole square into, see, by chain rule we need to differentiate d by dx of cos theta. Cos theta whole cube reduces to cos theta by differentiating the cos theta whole cube, that is x to the power of n. Is it clear? See, d by not with respect to x, it is with respect to theta. Okay, this is equal to 3a cos square theta into d by d theta of, sorry, d by derivative of cos theta with respect to theta. This is minus sin theta. So I write minus here. That is minus 3a cos square theta sin theta. This is what? Dx by d theta. Dx by d theta is minus 3a cos square theta sin theta. So next one, we need to differentiate this y with respect to theta. dy by d theta, call this as equation 1. dy by d theta is equal to a into derivative of derivative of what? Sin cube theta. Sin cube theta with respect to theta. Sin cube theta can be written as sin theta whole cube. Again, it is of the form x to the power of n. This is equal to a into. Instead of x, we have sin theta here, but we have cos theta here. Therefore, 3 into sin square theta. We need to differentiate what? D by d theta of. We need to differentiate sin theta with respect to theta by child rule. This is equal to 3a sin square theta into derivative of sin theta with respect to theta cos theta. Therefore, dy by d theta is given by 3a into sin square theta cos theta. Call this equation as 2. Finally, we need to prove dy by dx is equal to negative of the cube root of y by x. See, therefore, dy by dx can be written as what? We already find dy by d theta, dx by d theta. That's all. Divide both numerator and denominator this theta, that is derivative of theta, because this is the third parameter. This is equal to dy by d theta is given by the equation 2. What we have? 3a sin square theta into cos theta. Whole thing divided by derivative of x with respect to theta. See, we already find that in equation 1. That is, we have minus 3a cos square theta into sin theta. Into sin theta. See, 3a get cancelled. Plus by minus minus sin theta. We are remaining with sin theta in the numerator. Cos theta. We are remaining with cos theta in denominator. Cos theta in denominator. See, this is equal to, minus sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. That is our final answer. But examiner has to prove this is equal to minus cube root of y by x. How can we prove this? See, from given equation, x is equal to a cos cube theta, y is equal to a sin cube theta. This implies y by x. What is y by x? Y is what? A sin cube theta. What is x? A cos cube theta. A get cancelled. We are remaining with a sin cube theta and sin cube theta by cos cube theta. This can be written as sin theta by cos theta whole cube. This is equal to what? Y by x. See, sin theta by cos theta is what? See, sin theta by cos theta whole cube. When I transfer this power to LHS, we getting this implies sin theta by cos theta is equal to, y by x whole to the power of 1 by 3. This 3 converted to 1 by 3 when we transfer this to LHS. See, this can be written as cube root of y by x. What? Sin theta by cos theta. Sin theta by cos theta can be written as cube root of y by x. We have minus, so multiply both sides with negative. Therefore, we can write negative of cube root of y by x. This is what? Dy by dx. Hence, we prove. So, this is for 3. I hope you are getting this. First, we need to differentiate both x and y with respect to the given third parameter. Here, the third parameter is theta. So, we need to differentiate this with respect to theta. Dx by d theta, dy by d theta. Finally, putting the formula dy by dx is equal to dy by d theta, dx by d theta. Substitute that, and here there is some manipulation. That is by given equation. Here that we got minus tan theta. If examiner asks to find dy by dx, then minus tan theta is enough for the final result. But they ask to prove dy by dx is equal to minus cube root of y by x. So this is by manipulating the given equation. I hope you are getting this. Yes, please note down. Yes, let us move on to the next problem. Here we need to find dy by dx if x is equal to a into theta plus sin theta and y is equal to a into 1 minus cos theta. Again, see, given that given x is equal to a theta plus sin theta and y is equal to a 1 minus cos theta. See here, theta is the third parameter, so we need to differentiate both x and y with respect to theta. Then dx by d theta is equal to a into, what is theta? 1. See, why? See, we need to differentiate. A is constant, take outside. D by d theta of theta plus d by d theta of sin theta. This is equal to a into d by d theta of theta. Derivative of theta with respect to theta. Derivative of the parameter with respect to the same parameter. That is dx by d by dx of x is 1. D by d theta of theta is 1 plus d by d theta of sin theta is cos theta. Therefore, dx by d theta is given by what? A into 1 plus cos theta. Then for y, dy by d theta is equal to a into d by d theta of 1 minus cos theta. This implies a into d by d theta of 1 minus d by d theta of cos theta. This implies a into d by d theta of 1 is 0 minus, because derivative of constant with respect to anything is 0. Derivative of cos theta with respect to theta minus sin theta, minus into minus plus sin theta. Therefore, we have a into sin theta for dy by d theta. Dy by d theta. But we need to find what? Dy by dx. Therefore, dy by dx can be written as dy by d theta dx by d theta. What is dy by d theta? A into sin theta divided by a into 1 plus cos theta. A get cancelled, we are remaining with sin theta by 1 plus cos theta. We need to express whatever the equation in most simplified form. Okay? See, sin theta can be written as 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2 by half angle formula. 1 plus cos theta can be written as 2 cos square theta by 2. See, cos theta by 2 get cancelled, 2 get cancelled. We are remaining with sin theta by 2 by cos theta by 2. This is equal to tan theta by 2. This is equal to what? dy by dx is tan theta by 2. So again, this is what? 3 mark. Please note. Let's look at the next problem. If x is equal to square root of a to the power of sin inverse t, y is equal to square root of a to the power of cos inverse t, show that dy by dx is equal to minus y divided by x. It looks like very difficult problem, but it is very easy when we are going to use this method. See, given x is equal to square root of a sin inverse t, y is equal to square root of a cos inverse t. See, when we are going to multiply both x and y use what? Square root of a sin inverse t into c. Extend this square root for this also, because both are in square root only. A cos inverse t. See, a to the power of sin inverse t, a to the power of cos inverse t can be written as a to the power of sin inverse t plus cos inverse t. This is equal to square root of a to the power of, what is sin inverse t plus cos inverse t? By using the properties of inverse trigonometric function. Sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Cosecant inverse x plus secant inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Therefore, instead of x, what we have? T is the variable. No problem. Sin inverse t plus cos inverse t can be written as pi by 2. Therefore, this whole RHS becomes what? This whole RHS becomes constant. See, this is the beauty of mathematics. Just by multiplying these two equations, we get this. Therefore, xy is equal to this. See, this is the simplified equation, but we need to find what? dy by dx. Okay? See, differentiate with respect to differentiate with respect to x. Why? See, here they given the parameter t. Here we should differentiate with respect to t. See, that is the one method. This is the another method. I am going to solve that method also. See, here we have x and y. X and y. We need to differentiate with respect to x. It is enough. See, differentiate with respect to x. We getting, see, x. See, this is first function. This is second function. When we are going to apply the derivative on both sides, dy dx of this, derivative of first into second. First into derivative of second plus second into derivative of first is equal to derivative of constant becomes 0. X into dy by dx plus y into what is dy by dx of x? It is 1. This is equal to 0. Therefore, x into dy by dx is equal to minus y. dy by dx is equal to what? Minus y by x. See, we proved dy by dx is equal to minus y by x. Just by multiplying the given equation, we are getting RHS as constant, differentiating with respect to x, because we have only x and y, remaining with x and y after simplifying. Okay, there is another method. See, another method to solve that problem. Another method to solve that problem. See, given that, see, this is the usual method. Given x is equal to square root of a sin inverse t, y is equal to square root of a cos inverse t. Here, what is the parameter? T. So, differentiate both x and y with respect to t. With respect to t. See, then dx by dt is equal to d by dt of square root of a sin inverse t. See, this is of the form root x. That is x to the power of 1 by 2. See, d by dx of x to the power of n is equal to n into x to the power of n minus 1. Instead of n, what we have? See, this can be written as 1 by 2. N is equal to what? 1 by 2. Therefore, d by dx of x to the power of 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 x to the power of 1 by 2 minus 1. This can be written as 1 by 2 x to the power of 1 by 2 minus 1 is minus 1 by 2. When you take this to denominator, 1 by 2 into x to the power of 1 by 2. This is to be what? Root x. That is 1 by 2 root x. Therefore, this is what? D x to the power of 1 by 2. That is root x by x. That is 1 by 2 root x. Therefore, we can write d by dx of this function instead of x, a to the power of sin inverse t. Therefore, we can write 1 by 2. See, that is 1 by 2 root. Instead of x, what we have? A sin inverse t. And from this, we cut this sign power. Still, we need to differentiate a into sin inverse t. See, a is constant. A to the power of sin inverse. A to the power of sin inverse. I already told you. Derivative of a to the power of x is a to the power of x into log a. Therefore, this is equal to 1 by 2 root a sin inverse t. d by dx of this is a cos inverse t into log a. From this, we cutting this child. Still, we need to derive sin inverse t. What is derivative of sin inverse t? This can be written as 1 by square root of 1 minus x square. See, this is the another method to solve this, but it takes too much time and too much steps. See, this is the easiest one. So, this is about the derivative of parametric function. Examiner asked the 3 marks question in this topic. Please go through my notes, which is available in description part of my YouTube channel. So this is about the derivative of parametric equation. I hope you are getting this. So from this we completed the derivative of parametric equation. Now I am going to be lecturing about the second order differential equation. See, derivative of component composite function using chain rule, derivative of implicit function, derivative of inverse trigonometric function, derivative of logarithmic function, derivative of exponential function, derivative of parametric equation. Out of 6, you will getting any 4. For 3 plus 2 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 1, 8. Out of 20 marks, you will getting 8 marks from this type. And now I move on to the very important topic, that is second order differential equation. Very easy, and it is very important for finding. From this topic only, you will get definitely getting. See, you have 7 to 8 problems. Only 7 to 8 problems. If you know how to differentiate the given equation, that is how to get the second order differential equation, how to solve this. If you know this, very easy. Let us move on to this. What is the second order differentiation? See, if you have the equation y is equal to x to the power of 20, and if the examiner asks find dy by dx, if y is equal to x to the power of 20, what we do? Differentiate both sides with respect to x. See, dy by dx is equal to d by dx of x to the power of 20. See, derivative of x to the power of 20 with respect to x. It is of the form what? X to the power of n. Derivative of x to the power of n with respect to x is n into x to the power of n minus 1. N into x to the power of n minus 1. So this is the final result. Instead of n, what we have? 20 into x to the power of 20 minus 1, 90. See, this is what the first order differential equation. First order of this differential equation is 1, because we derive the given equation by one time. What is second order differential equation? Again, derive the first order differential equation with respect to x. Derive the given equation with respect to x, we getting the first order differential equation. That is the differential equation of order 1. Again, if we are going to differentiate the first order derivative with respect to x, then we getting what? Second order derivative. That's all. Is it clear? See, if y is equal to f of x, then derivative of y with respect to x is given by f dash of x. This is the another notation, right? See, this is what first order. Order of this is 1. Then, if we are going to differentiate above with respect to x, see, d by dx of, see, again we are going to differentiate this dy by dx. See, f dash of x can be written as f double dash of x. See, dy dx of dy by dx can becomes what? D square y by dx square. D square y by dx square, and this is the second order, that is the derivative of second order. That's all. See, if you are going to differentiate, see, differentiate again with respect to x. See, I already told you d by dx of dy by dx is equal to 20 into d by dx of x to the power of 90. See, d by dx of dy by dx can be written as d square y by dx square. This is equal to 20 into d by dx of x to the power of 20. Again, it is of the form x to the power of n. Here we have n is equal to 20 for first order derivative. For second order derivative, n is equal to what? 90. Therefore, 20 into 90 into x to the power of 90 minus 1 is 80. And for throughout your second year PUC, you have the maximum order of the differential equations. You are going to derive the given equation up to 2 only, up to 2 times. That's all. See, that's why it is called the second order differential equation. I hope you are getting this. See, if examiner you find d square y by dx square, if 3x square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0. x plus 1 is equal to 0. For this we take x plus 1. Let y is equal to 3x square plus x plus 1. Then differentiate with respect to x. Then we get what? Derivative of first order. d by dx of 3x square plus d by dx of x plus d by dx of 1. This is equal to d by dx of 3x square is 6x plus d by dx of x is 1 plus d by dx of 1 is 0 because derivative of constant function. See, this is what dy by dx. But this is not the final answer. See, we need to find d square over dx square. That is, we need to differentiate the given equation 2 times. We completed the first derivative. Then again differentiate with respect to x. Then d square by dx square is equal to d by dx of 6x plus d by dx of 1. See, d by dx of 6x is 6. 6 is constant, take outside, d by dx of x is 1, 6 into 1, 6. Plus d by dx of 1 is 0 because derivative of constant function is 0. Therefore, we are remaining with d square y by dx square is equal to 6. So this is how we are going to solve the second order differential equation. It's very easy. Differentiate the given equation by 2 times. Whatever you have, the first order derivative, again you are going to apply the derivative for that term. Then you will get the derivative of second order. That is second order differential equation. And see, dy by dx is the derivative of first order. d square y by dx square. Or you may express this as y power 1 or y double dash. This can be written as y dash, y double dash. See, these are all some different notation. See, this can also be written as f dash of x. This can also be written as f double dash of x. Or this can be written as y1, y suffix 1. Or this can be written as y suffix 2. See, these are all some different notation we are going to use. You will come to know when we are going to solve the problems. Yes. So this is about the second order differential equation. Yes. Let us move on to the problems on the second order differential equation. Please note down, in this topic only you will definitely getting 5 marks for your annual examination. 2021 March, April. You will definitely getting 1 question out of 7 to 8 questions. That's all. Out of this is a question. Let us move on to the first question. If y is equal to a into sin x plus b into cos x, prove that d square y by dx square plus y is equal to 0. See, d square y by dx square is nothing but we need to differentiate the given equation 2 times with respect to x. And y is the given equation. We need to prove d square by dx square plus y is equal to 0. How can we do this? See, answer. This is the procedure. Given y is equal to a into sin x plus b into cos x and call this equation as 1. Then differentiate above with respect to x because the given to prove d square by dx square means with respect to x. See, then we getting what? dy by dx is equal to a is constant here. So take outside d by dx of sin x plus b constant d by dx of cos x. Then see, a into d by dx of sin x is cos x plus b into d by dx of cos x minus x. So proceed to minus sin x. This is what dy by dx and call this equation as 2. Call this equation as 2. See, this is the first order derivative. We need to differentiate again. Differentiate above. That is 1 with respect to x. See, sorry, it is 2, right? Differentiate equation 2 with respect to x. Then see, d by dx of dy by dx is equal to a into d by dx of cos x minus b into d by dx of sin x. This is equal to a into derivative of cos x is minus sin x, so minus a into sin x minus b into derivative of sin x is cos x. See, take minus common, then we get a into sin x plus b into cos x. This is equal to what? See, d by dx of dy by dx is given by d square y by dx square. D square y by dx square. See, this implies d square y by dx square is equal to minus what is a sin x plus b cos x. Observe the equation 1, 2 and call this equation as 3. From equation 1, a into sin x plus b into cos x can be written as y with negative sign. Here we have negative, therefore this can be written as y. When I transfer this minus y to LHS, you get what? d square y by dx square plus y is equal to 0. Hence, LHS is equal to RHS. See, d square by dx square plus y is equal to 0. From this, you will get 5 marks. Very easy, right? Please note. Yes. Let us move on to the next problem. If y is equal to 3 into exponential of 2x and 2 into exponential of 3x, prove that d square by dx square minus 5 into dy by dx plus 6y is equal to 0. See, here also we need to differentiate this equation up to 2 times. Again, this is from 1 dy by dx. When we getting this, when we are going to differentiate this equation, and when you are going to differentiate the given equation, again with respect to x, we getting this, and this is by the given equation y. See, given y is equal to 3 into e to the power of 2x plus 2 into e to the power of 3x. See, from this second order differential equation, you will getting all types of derivative. Derivative of composite function using chain rule, derivative of implicit function, derivative of inverse trigonometric function, derivative of exponential function, derivative of logarithmic function, derivative of parametric function. All type of functions we are going to use in the second order differential equation. Is it clear? See, this is the derivative of exponential function. See, call this equation as 1. Differentiate 1 with respect to x. Then we get what? dy by dx is equal to 3 into d by dx of e to the power of 2x plus 2 into d by dx of e to the power of 3x. See, dy by dx is equal to 3 into derivative of exponential function. See, derivative of e to the power of x is what? E to the power of x only, but here we have e to the power of x, e to the power of x. See, still we need to derive this. We cancelling this exponential, we need to differentiate this 2x with respect to x by chain rule, right? So we need to differentiate, see, e to the power of 2x into derivative of 2x, and from this also 2 into e to the power of 3x into derivative of 3x. What we get? See, 3 into e to the power of 2x into, see, derivative of 2x, 2 is common, 2 is constant, take outside, derivative of x is 1, therefore 3 into 2, that is 6 plus 2 into e to the power of x, derivative of 3x is 3 only, 3 is constant, take outside, derivative of x with respect to x is 1, therefore 3 into 2 is again 6 into e to the power of 3x. See, what is the common? 6 into e to the power of 3x plus e to the power of 3x. See, 6 into e to the power of 3x plus e to the power of 3x. This is what? The first order, dy by dx, and call this equation as 2. Call this equation as 2. Now, differentiate 2 with respect to x. Differentiate 2 with respect to x. See, we getting what? dy by dx of dy by dx is equal to 6 is common. d by dx of e to the power of 2x plus d by dx of e to the power of 3x. This is equal to 6 into again e to the power of 2x into 2. That is what? 12 plus d by dx of e to the power of 3x 3 into e to the power of 3x. That is 6 into 3 what? 18 into e to the power of 3x. This is what? D square y by dx square, and call this equation as 3. Now consider LHS part. See, consider LHS. What is the LHS? 5 into d square y by dx square minus 6. D square y by dx square minus 5 into dy by dx plus 6y. This is the LHS part. See, what is d square by dx square? It is 12 into e to the power of 2x plus 18 into e to the power of 3x minus what is dy by dx? 6 into e to the power of 3x plus 6 into e to the power of 3x. We need to multiply this with 5. So 5 into 6, 30 into e to the power of 2x minus 30 into e to the power of 3x plus 6 into what is y? Y is given by from equation 1. 6 into 3, 18 into e to the power of 2x plus 6 into 2, 12 into e to the power of 3x. See, if you are going to mention this equation as 1, 2, 3, when we are going to consider the LHS, we can easily write this, isn't it? See, 12 into e to 3, collect the e to the power of 2x, e to the power of 2x, e to the power of 2x. See, 12 plus 18, 30 minus 30, get cancelled. Now collect e to the power of 3x, e to the power of 3x, e to the power of 3x, e to the power of 3x. See, 18 plus 12, 30, 30 minus 0. Therefore, this is equal to 0. Therefore, this is equal to RHS. See, this is how we are going to solve the second order differential equation. I hope you are getting. So, these are all the very important questions for your annual examination for 5 marks in part A. I hope you are all getting how to solve the second order differential equation, and go through my notes. There I mentioned totally 8 problems from this, and those are very important for your annual examination. Please go through my notes, which is available in my description part of my YouTube channel. I hope you are getting the idea of the derivative of parametric function and the derivative of second order differential equation, and we are remaining with one more subtopic, that is Rolle's theorem, mean value theorem. I will meet you in the next class with the last subtopic in chapter 5. Take care. Bye bye.